Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to the Hyperspace Database. I'm your humble host, Jonesy the Mandalorian, here with today's topic, the Libertine Star Yacht. The Libertine was a custom space yacht originally owned by the weapons dealer Corfei Ben-Oxai, who was a manager of the Cinar Jamis Corporation, a Sith loyalist splinter group of Cinar Fleet Systems. This group was responsible for the production and design of many of the First Order ships, such as the TIE Whisper, TIE Silencer, and TIE First Order Fighter. Corfei Ben-Oxai was an arms dealer who sold weapons to both sides in the conflict, outfitting the First Order and the Resistance with ships and weaponry. The Libertine was 174 feet long, 86 feet wide, and 26 feet high. It was equipped with deflector shields and a hyperdrive system in addition to its custom engines, though we aren't actually told how fast the craft actually was. Since it was a luxury space yacht, one can assume that it possessed fairly robust engines and a fairly decent hyperdrive system, especially since the craft had no weaponry. The ship relied on its speed to get its passengers across the galaxy, and because it was the ship of an arms dealer, it was meant to reflect the status and wealth of its owner and passengers, rather than focus on fighting. It did possess anti-theft defense systems, and being a ship that often hosted the wealthy, it was important that the ship's guests could feel safe when meeting in dangerous space. One interesting feature of the ship was that it was coated in chromium, which was a rare metal that was used in construction for high dignitaries and royalty, such as the Queen of Naboo, who was known for using several chromium-plated ships. While the Libertine did not have any weaponry, it instead focused on high-end technological systems, such as advanced sensors and communications hardware, as well as a high-quality holoprojector in a spacious lounge area, outfitted with several form couches for passenger comfort. It was outfitted with a special dampening system that allowed the ship to ride much smoother than other vessels, so much so that the passengers could not even hear the sound of mechanical ship noise, or feel the vibration of the engines as they traveled through hyperspace. The interior of the Libertine space yacht was very comfortable, though it was not very big, as it was designed to be a small transport, crewing only a pilot and a co-pilot. Its lounge area, however, could hold up to 14 total beings, and was used primarily for negotiations and other meetings with larger groups. The ship had only one sleeping area that we are aware of, though the cockpit of the ship allowed for 3 beings to operate out of it, with a comm station and a navigation station added to the main captain's seat. The spiral staircase that descended throughout the ship also acted as the primary boarding ramp, which reflected the luxury look that the ship was trying to achieve. Fun fact, the Libertine was initially called the Steadfast, and was owned by a Kuwati diplomat, but through some undocumented event, it came into the possession of Corfei Ben-Oxai. Corfei used the ship in his dealings with warlords and other power-hungry warmongers, and he utilized the spacious comfort of the Libertine's lounge area to hold meetings and discuss black market business transactions. We see the Libertine in the movie The Last Jedi, on the rich world of Canto Bight. Corfei had just lost a potentially lucrative contract with Zygerian slavers, and sought to drown his sorrows in the bright lights and colorful activities that the casino world had to offer. As we see in the film, this would prove to be a costly trip, as the ship was stolen by the Slicer DJ and BB-8 to rescue Finn and Rose Tico, who were escaping from the local Canto Bight authorities. After the ship made the jump to hyperspace, DJ proceeded to raid through its many valuables, and reveled in the wealth that was stored aboard the luxury yacht. Finn and Rose attempted to recruit the Slicer, and after some painful negotiation, they were able to convince DJ to help them infiltrate the First Order flagship, the Supremacy, and attempt to disable its tracking controls. The Libertine came out of hyperspace and flew right up to the Supremacy, and with the help of DJ's slicing skills, the crew were able to infiltrate the massive ship through its shield wall, and steal some First Order uniforms to aid in their undercover mission, though they were captured in the process. This would expose the true nature of the Slicer DJ, who sold out Rose and Finn to the First Order in exchange for his freedom, a large sum of credits, and ownership of the Libertine. What happened to the ship after this point is unknown, or what happened to the Slicer DJ, though it could easily be assumed that the rogue Slicer ditched the ship soon after this point, as it was undoubtedly being hunted for by its owner. It was most likely found in a black market chop shop, stripped of all its fancy technology and advanced systems, while the criminal Slicer DJ was happily enjoying the credits he earned from selling the ship and slinking into another hole to hide in. The Libertine space yacht was a sleek, fast transport ship that reflected the wealth of its owner, and was a great place for an arms dealer to meet with his clients. While it was not well armed, it made up for it in its luxury and defensive capabilities, which were vital when it came to high-profile dealings with the rich and wealthy among the galaxy's elite. Want to know more about Star Wars topics just like this one? Stick around to the end for some secret trivia, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and the bell to be notified every time I publish a new video. Be sure to chat with me in the comments about this or any other Star Wars topic too. I want to hear from you. Super special shout out to my Gold Captain level Patreon supporters Matthew Scott, Nick Sutphin, and Miss 2003. Your support is so helpful and you keep the show going. Thank you so much. Be sure to chat with me in the comments and check the show out on social media as well for more news and channel updates. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next episode.